Okay. I always feel called to make these, like, specific videos, and I notice that they, like, okay, and they don't want a video to come out, they will break it up. I've never had my video be canceled right in the middle. They cut it in half. Okay. So I last night posted something about the shout out to aliens, demons, ghosts, and spirits or whatever. I was feeling like this love and light energy. Excuse me, you guys. I'm just thinking about our planet and how everyone wants to hate everyone, and I feel like it's all very superficial when we hate other races or disrespect. I don't care if you're disrespecting, don't disrespect people, don't disrespect animals. There's a lot of don't disrespect the planet. I hate to see people throwing trash all over. That's rude and gross. There's a lack of respect on this planet. And, you know, I get a lot of supernatural stuff that comes to me. So I've thought a lot about different beings, okay? I've seen a lot of ghosts, spirits, shadow beings. There's a lot to think about. Everyone thinks there's a very, very big supernatural realm. Different dimensions on this planet. It's interesting. Years ago, I was in a computer room, and I don't know what the being was, but I think maybe aliens and things have the ability to cloak themselves, like invisible, and out of the corner of my eye, I saw a gorgeous 7.5 foot tall man. His hair was jet black, and his skin was glowing, and I was just taken aback by how tall he was. His head almost hit the ceiling. He was like 7.5 feet tall and absolutely gorgeous. And no, I don't know what being you would label him as. Excuse me. And then I was thinking, okay, God chooses what being we are. I have all these thoughts. Does a demon choose to be a demon? Does a human choose to be a human? Does an alien choose to be an alien? Does a jinn choose to be an alien? It's like, I think what's more important than these outside labels is that we have free will on this planet to be good or bad. That we can control. We can't exactly control what form we're in. I was also thinking, so a demon is like a disembodied spirit, and a ghost is too. They're sort of similar. I don't know why I had a lot of thoughts tonight. So a demon is more of like a negative term. And I think some ghosts are angry and they'll throw bread at your head or like terrorize people. And other ghosts might just pat you on top of your head. I've had ghosts like grab my hand and heat it up, like my friend is walking with me, or move things around and stuff. You know what's different? Excuse me. Years ago, I believe in all kinds of different stuff. I believe in Bigfoot. I know people that have seen Bigfoot. I used to spend a lot of time hiking around the bushes before I had, like, nerve damage in my leg and stuff, and had a lot of problems lately. But anyways, I was like miles out, and something snapped a branch in a tree, like 14 feet up in the air. Okay, and I'm like, oh, that's interesting. Came back around. I used to like pee by this blackberry bushes because it was nice, and I felt like I was covered, and I had to hunker down. And excuse me. This being was 3 feet away, staring me in the face. It had the head of a seal. It was gray. No hair on the top. No ears. Just like if you took the head of a seal. Then the body was like gray too. But there was hair, thick matted hair like a dog. And we just like stared at each other. It was very weird. Kind of terrifying. It didn't growl. I noticed that its eyes are very sad. That's what always sticks with me. I kept thinking after I was terrified and I booked it home. I didn't know what I was encountering. Excuse me. I was like, well, I don't know if this thing's gonna attack me. It didn't seem aggressive. It seemed just really sad. It actually really disturbed my mind. It looked like a being that somebody piecemealed together that has to hide because it looks weird, and people are really mean to things that look different or whatever. People are cruel on this planet. They really are. I would have taken that chimera. I'm going to call it chimera. I would have taken that and made it my pet dog and put like a hat on it. It was very sad. His eyes were very sad. It didn't attack me. It wasn't an evil being. I know, and I'm going to call it a chimera. I don't know what it was. It was a being. Okay? I'm not going to disrespect a being that didn't choose to have the head of a seal and the body of a dog. And we didn't get to see its hands. It might have had some interesting hands if it could crawl 14 feet up in the air and break a branch off like a big, thick branch that was loud when it crashed. And so, I don't know. And then I was thinking, they kept saying the aliens were going to come last year and, like, land and stuff, and, like, they didn't. The aliens probably, look at us hating our own people as human beings. We can't even get along with each other, different races. They're probably like, God, I don't know if we want to land on this planet. They might throw rocks at our head. I don't know, it's weird, okay? Not every ghost is bad. Not every demon is bad. Just think about beings, and do they get to choose what being they are? We need to focus on how they act. Okay? I don't care how weird a being is. If they're nice to me, I'm nice to them. I don't try to judge on surface level appearances, okay? But yeah, my entire life I always encountered the different stuff, like out in the bushes that get growled at, probably by Sasquatch, and I just like tell them, okay, I'm leaving. Okay, we're out of here. Excuse me. Anyways, let's open our minds up and let's like get off of the hate on this planet. There's like a lot of hate and judgment. You're like always. Good grief. Well, now we're done here.